You know that 10,000 naira you left lying idle in your bank account can be put to work. Yes, it's time for us to start doing what the rich really do. They send their money to work for them, and their money works very hard for them. So why don't you start sending that money that is lying idle? I'm not here to talk about get quick rich schemes. A lot of us have fallen victim to these schemes in the past, schemes like MMM and the rest. Some of us have done that and lost a lot of money. I want to ask you, just imagine all that money you lost in all these shiny investments here and there that promises quick returns. All that money that you lost there, if you had kept it in the kind of credible investments I'll be sharing with you today, how much do you think that you would have had invested away by now? Just think about it for a minute. My name is Anne. I am a chartered accountant, an ex-banker, presently working in the insurance sector, and also a business owner on the side. And on this channel, I'm going to be discussing all things about your personal finance, how you can make more money, manage the money you already have, send it to work, personal development, just anything about improving your finances is what we're going to be talking about on this channel. So if that sounds like what you like, please quickly hit the subscribe button and let's move. I'll be sharing 5 credible investments with you in this video, and I'm going to be rating it from the very low risks to high risks. I personally love the third investment because it was one of the very first investments that I got started with when I started my investment journey. So it still holds a very special place in my heart. The very first investment we're going to be looking at is the FGN Savings Bond. The FGN Savings Bond is issued by the Debt Management Office on behalf of the Federal Government of Nigeria. It is considered one of the safest investments you can go for. This is you actually lending the federal government money for a specified period of time. So it is fully backed by the federal government of Nigeria. You can start with a minimum of 5,000 naira and a maximum of 50 million naira. The offer usually opens in the first week of every month. As at this month, the offer that we got this month gave 17%, a little over 17% for a 2-year tenure and a little over 18% for a 3-year tenure. That means you're actually giving your money to the federal government for 2 years or 3 years. And in return, they pay you interest 4 times in a year. That's every quarter, every 3 months, you get your interest. And this interest, good news is that this interest is free from tax. Now, at the end of the tenure, if you went for 2 years or 3 years, at the end of each tenure that you chose, you will get back your capital. So you can subscribe for this federal government savings bond anytime it's open by asking your stockbroker. We have licensed stockbrokers like Stanbic IBTC, FBN Quest that can help you to purchase this savings bond when it becomes available each month. The next investment we're going to be looking at are fintech platforms. In my previous video, I discussed one of such platforms and also told you why I like that particular platform. In this video, I'm going to be discussing Optimus. Now, Optimus is owned by AfriInvest Assets Management Limited. AfriInvest Assets Management Limited is an investment bank licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission, and they have been in business for over 25 years. You can start with a minimum of 1,000 naira, 1,000 naira, and you can earn interest from between 12% to 20% on the platform. You can also give AfriInvest instruction to take money from your account in whatever frequency you choose. So you can tell them to take money weekly, monthly, or even daily. All right. And why I love Optimus is that they always offer the highest interest rates compared to other fintech platforms. They are always the first to upgrade their interest rates compared to other platforms. So you always know that your money is going to be earning more interest with Optimus platform. The third option we're going to be looking at is money market funds. This is very special to me because this is one of the first places I started my investment journey many years ago. Now, with money market funds, you're giving your money to an investment bank. They take this money from you and they invest it in different options. They can invest it in short-term, in commercial papers, they can invest it in bonds or even in the stock market. You earn interest ranging from about 9% presently to about 18% depending on the platform you go for. And you can start with a minimum of, in fact, some platforms even allow you to start with a minimum of 1,000 naira. So it's very easy to start. One of the advantages that the money market funds have, especially for a beginner, is that it guarantees capital preservation. That means nothing can happen to your capital. Your capital is 100% safe. The only thing that can change with time is your interest. That means your interest can go up and down depending on how well the options they put your money into is performing. Okay, so you can get 9% after some time. If the market is good, it shoots up to about 15% and it goes down again. So your interest can fluctuate, but your capital is preserved. If you want to get started with money market funds, you can contact any of the investment houses. Personally, I've used Stanbic IBTC and ARM Asset Management, and I've had very wonderful experiences with these two platforms. Let's now move on to the risky types of investments. So let's look at the Nigerian stock market. Now, investing in the Nigerian stock market can be a little risky, so you have to be very strategic about how you choose the companies you invest in. You need to look at the health of the industry in general and how strong the company you want to invest in is in that particular industry. Personally, I love investing in dividend shares so that I can enjoy the benefits of capital appreciation and also earning passive income through dividends. Now, let me share an experience with you. About 2 years ago, I invested and bought some MTN shares. Now, as at the time I bought these shares, it was selling at about 160 naira per share. Now, I bought a couple of these shares, and presently it is selling at 230 naira per share. Now, if I decide to sell these shares that I bought, I'll be selling them at a profit. But that's not the beauty of it. The beauty of it is that I've been earning dividends twice yearly within the period that I've been holding these shares. So I'm gaining from both fronts. My capital is appreciating, and I'm also earning passive income with my dividends. And that is what you can enjoy when you invest in the Nigerian stock market. So some of the companies that I will recommend for you to buy their shares include Dangote, GT Bank, and of course, like the first one I mentioned, MTN. To get started with investing in the Nigerian stock market, you can use any of the investment firms that are licensed by Securities and Exchange Commission. For example, we have the FBN Quest owned by First Bank, we have the Stanbic IBTC, we have the ARM Investments, we have the Afri Invest that I mentioned earlier in this video. Or you can actually use a fintech platform. I've personally used Bamboo. They are very easy to use. You can download the app from your Play Store or your App Store and just fill in the details that they require, and you can start buying shares immediately from the comfort of your home. The next investment we're going to be looking at is the US stock market, particularly ETFs. ETFs stand for Exchange Traded Funds. If you are a new investor, ETF is a very simple way to get started with your investments in the US stock market. Because instead of being confused as to which particular share to buy, should I buy Apple, should I buy Meta, should I buy Tesla, should I buy Microsoft, you can buy one ETF, and this ETF will have all these top companies inside it. So by the time you buy a part of that particular ETF, you are getting tiny portions of all those other companies that you would have wanted to invest in individually. Let's look at a type of ETF called VOO. Now, when you buy a VOO share or a part of a VOO share, you're investing and buying the shares of Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, and so many other companies all embedded into that particular ETF. So you don't have to start buying everything one by one. You just buy the ETF like VOO and you're getting a fraction of all these other companies. So it helps you with diversification, right? So if one company is not doing well or two companies are not doing well, the other ones that are doing well will just help it and your investment stays secure. Unlike when you invest in a particular share and it goes down, you might end up losing completely, okay? But when you invest in an ETF, the different companies kind of weight each other. Over the last 10 years, VOO has returned over 15%. And just last year in 2023, they returned over 23% in a single year. VOO also pays you dividend quarterly. That means you earn dividend 4 times in a year. Beautiful and amazing, right? To get started with buying ETFs, you can also use a fintech platform like Bamboo that I mentioned earlier. You just go to the App Store, download it, register your account, and you can start buying US stocks or ETFs from the comfort of your home. You should look at investments for an extended period of time, because it is when you're consistent over a long period of time that you can earn tangible income from your investments. Did you get value from this video? If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will personally attend to it. Till I see you in my next video.